Hey, what's up guys? Man Cave Report here. Today I'm bringing you a knife review on a EDC blade I picked up a little while ago. I've been carrying it now for about month and a half. Forgive the camera situation. I'm going to get a better camera situation in the future. Won't just have this boring carpet background. You might be able to see my pretty face, but today all you get is my wonderful hands. Alright. So, without further ado, the knife review tonight is the Kershaw Blur. And it is awesome, fellas. Let me just tell you right now, it's awesome. For the money that it costs, it's just a great EDC blade. I mean, it's hard to beat for the cost. It really is. I bought this, believe it or not, at Walmart, which I couldn't believe that, first of all, that they had this knife in this coloration at Walmart, and that it was the USA version of this knife. Okay, you guys, you really have to be careful what you get at Walmart, because they might have this exact knife, it's just not going to say that right there on it, because a lot of these manufacturers, big name manufacturers like Kershaw or CRKT or several other big manufacturers, they make knives that look just like this one, this USA version, and they make it in China. Okay, really the only difference is the quality in steel, but you just got to be careful because you might be thinking you're getting the quality knife, the USA quality knife, and you're getting the China version, which is fine because most of the time it's quite a bit cheaper. And if you're on a budget, hey, whatever. I mean, they're not horrible knives just because they're made in China. I mean, me personally, I always try to get something that's made in America instead of China. But hey, sometimes you just, I mean, sometimes it's, you know how it is. You just can't do it. Anyways, so to the knife. Yes, I bought it at Walmart. I picked this up for $54, guys. $54, which is awesome. I've seen this same knife on the internet for over $100, so do some research and you can find it for a really good price. Like I said, I got it for 54 bucks. When I was in Walmart buying this knife, I actually looked it up on bladehq.com, which I love bladehq.com. They got a huge selection, great customer service, all that. It's a great company. Anyways, Walmart beat their price. I didn't have to pay for shipping, I didn't have to wait for it to come in the mail, so I went ahead and picked it up. Anyways, let's get further into the knife. Like I said, 54 bucks. Okay, we'll just go ahead and start with the handles since I got it shut. The handles are made out of 6061 T6 aluminum, and this has the green anodizing on it, and it is awesome. I think it is just gorgeous looking. It's a really cool coloration. Okay, and the anodizing is really tough on it. Like I said, I've been carrying this every day for about month and a half now, maybe even 2 months. Okay, and it's held up really well. The anodizing, I mean, I have one little scratch right here in this corner right here, and that's about it. I mean, that anodizing is just really tough, which is awesome. Okay, the handles also have these inlays in them right here. It's just called Track Tech. Okay, Kershaw calls it Track Tech, and it is nice. It is grippy. Okay, and it's not too abrasive to where it hurts your hand, but it is really nice and grippy, guys. It's kind of like rhino lining is what it feels like, a rubberized rhino lining, and it kind of looks like it too. It looks really nice. Okay, I mean, if this thing was just the aluminum, it would be really slick. I mean, slide out of your hand and cut you slick. So it's nice that they added these inlays. It's on both sides of the handle. Okay, and there's the pocket clip. Okay, I don't have any problems with the pocket clip really. The only drawback to it is it's not a deep carry pocket clip, so you're gonna have about this much of the knife sticking out of your pocket, about yay much, which doesn't bother me too bad. It's really the only thing I don't like about the knife. I mean, I wish it was deep carry, but it's not that bad. Okay, the other thing that's pretty nice about this pocket clip is, if you see right here around the edge, which you can kind of see right here, it's aluminum underneath there. It's the anodized aluminum underneath this pocket clip. So when you're pulling it in out of your pocket, it's not grabbing on this. this Track Tech here. It slides in and out of your pocket really nice, which is awesome. So let's get into the knife. Bam. And this thing does have the Kershaw speed safe system on it, which is a spring assisted opening, and it is snappy. It is fast, which I'm guessing is why they call it the Blur. Okay, really nice for one-handed open, one-hand manipulation. It works great, and it is fun to play with. Wow! And it is, I mean, it's just fast. It's freaking fast. It's sweet. Okay. Now the blade on this version has the black DLC coating on it. DLC means diamond-like coating. Okay, and it is pretty dang tough. Okay. Like I said, had it for about a month and a half, use it every day, and it does have some scratches on it. Just a few though. I mean, it's pretty dang tough. For 54 bucks, I mean, what are you complaining about, right? I mean, it is pretty dang tough. And just so you know, I mean, I use this every day. I've said that several times now. I know, I'm sorry if I repeat myself, but I work for an electrical company, okay? So I'm out in the field, all right? I maintain the electrical company's trucks, so I'm working on trucks and crawling around the ground all the time, and at nighttime I also have a second job where I am a mechanic on trucks as well. And like I said, I crawl around on the ground a lot, so this pocket clips get scraped around on the concrete a lot, which is really why it's scratched up so much. I'm sure if you didn't have a job like that where you have as much manual labor in it, it probably wouldn't be as scratched up as that is. But either way, the coating on the blade is held up really well. It's awesome. I really like it. And you can get it in different finishes, okay? They have just regular stainless steel finish. They have what they call a stonewash finish, which is kind of like a, I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like a satin finish. Just kind of looks like raw metal. I really like the black and green coloring. I just think it's awesome looking. It's just sexy to me. Okay. So this knife is a liner lock knife. That is the locking mechanism on it. Okay, easy to manipulate with one hand, like I said. And the lockup is extremely tight. Okay, I cannot move this blade around at all, up and down or side to side. It is super tight, which is awesome. It's a great product, quality product. You know, you see the knives, you open them up, they lock, and they jiggle this way or they jiggle up and down. This one does not. It is solid, guys. It is super solid. Okay. The details on it, it's got a little jimping up top here and on the back of the blade right here. Okay, it's nothing too aggressive, just enough for everyday use. Okay, it's got these back spacers on it, are pretty cool. They're kind of beveled, which doesn't really matter, but it is appeasing to the eye. It's pretty cool looking. Alright, just a nice finish on this whole product here. So the blade, again, this is the drop point version, and it is a Ken Onion design blade, okay? Ken Onion designs some of the baddest knives in the world. He designs them for several companies, Kershaw, CRKT, just several companies. He makes just some of the baddest knives there are. This one is the drop point. They make it in a Tonto blade. And they also make an EMS version of this knife that has a blunt blade on it. Okay? A blunt blade, it's blunt on the front. It's not sharp. It doesn't have a point to it. Now, just for a side note, for a little info for you guys, the EMS blade is blunt like that, so that way when you're cutting off someone's clothes, you don't cut them. Alright? Well, side note on me, I was a EMT for 5 years. I can tell you definitely wouldn't want a knife this sharp, you know, being an EMT, using it as an EMT anyway. Most of the time when we were cutting off people's clothes, we didn't use knives anyways. We used trauma shears, they call them. They just look like big scissors with a blunt end on them, so you don't cut the person while you're cutting their clothes off. And I know that sounds funny saying cutting off someone's clothes, but hey, when you're an EMT, that's what you gotta do. Okay, you gotta assess the situation, you gotta assess your patient, and a lot of times you cannot move your patient around, and So to get the clothes off and see what the injury is, you have to cut them off. It's just how it is. Anyways, sorry I got a little sidetracked there. Back to the knife. Like I said, this one is the 14 C28 end blade, and they make it in S30V, which S30V is a little bit higher quality steel. Actually, it's a higher quality steel than this. Gonna cost you more, of course. But this one's been really good. I like this blade still. You know, it's sharp as hell out of the box, and it's held its blade really well. And I haven't had to sharpen it yet at all. I mean, and it's still really sharp. I mean, it's awesome. They also make a ceramic version, which I've never even seen, but they do make it. If you're interested in a ceramic blade, they make one in this knife. I think I've covered up about everything on this knife. Let's get into the dimensions of it and weight. Now the blade length is 3.4 inches. Closed, it is 4.5 inches, okay? 4.5. And when it's all the way open, 7.9 inches. Which is, to me, is just the perfect size for an everyday carry. A little reference, here it is to my hand. I got normal, medium-sized, large-sized hands. I don't have giant hands, but just about the perfect size for EDC carry, you know, everyday carry. Okay, it is nice and thin. I don't like a super thick, huge blade to carry around every day. Excuse me. I've been fighting a cold for about a week or so. It sucks. Anyway, I don't like a super thick blade in my pocket, because I like to be able to stick my hand in my pocket while carrying a knife. I don't like it to have to be the only thing in my pocket. You know, I like to be able to put my hand in there without it freaking digging into my knuckles. And this knife is really nice and thin. It's perfect for that. I love it. It is 3.9 ounces. So it's not the lightest knife, and it's not the heavy knife. The heaviest knife, excuse me. But, I mean, let's be real. Everyday carry type stuff, you know, for the job I'm in, the weight doesn't get to me as much. Now, if you're out hunting or backpacking or hiking, like I do quite often, yeah, you want the lightest stuff you can get. I mean, that's when the weight counts, right? But not in your everyday life. I mean, you got guys out there that sit there and rag on how much something weighs, or you got guys out there that say it doesn't matter at all how much something weighs. Well, it does when the situation, you know, pertains to it. I mean, you don't want everything to be super heavy and heavy duty when you're backpacking or hiking for miles. You just don't. Sorry, you'll want to drop that weight. But for everyday carry, this one's awesome. So, anyways, I think I got about everything. What did I talk about? Oh, the centering. The centering on this blade is fantastic. I mean, it is dead down the middle. Look at that. It is perfect. It is just a really quality knife for 54 bucks. I mean, I love it. You cannot complain about it. It's fucking awesome. Okay? Sorry for the curse words. I'm gonna try my hardest to not cuss on this channel. Anyways, so a little update on the channel. It is a brand new channel. This is my first video. This is my first review. Like I said, the camera situation is gonna get better, so as you're not just looking at a piece of carpet. And so the Man Cave Report is going to bring you all kinds of things. I am going to do reviews on knives, on guns, on outdoor equipment, backpacking equipment, you know, trucks, truck equipment, boats equipment. I'm an avid fisherman, so fishing gear, fishing lures, reels, the whole 9 yards. All kinds of outdoor things. All kinds of badass things. So it's called the Man Cave Report for a reason. I am doing this in my man cave, which I will bring to you guys in a later video. And we can talk about man caves and everything I've done to mine, and maybe some future upgrades, and You know, maybe you guys can give me some ideas on what to do to it. I'll give you a little heads up on the next video. The next video is going to be on a flashlight that I got recently. That is now my EDC flashlight. I love it. It's the most badass flashlight I've ever owned. So, look forward to that. Thank you guys for watching. Again, this is the Man Cave Report, bringing reviews that are true and for you. Have a great night.